Let me know. Let's share my screen. Okay, let me know that you can see my screen. You can hear me okay. Perfect. All right, so welcome everybody. My name is Sol. We're gonna be, welcome to the trading room. We're gonna be, remember, trading live market conditions. We're gonna analyze the market. We're gonna answer some questions, maybe take some trades together. Remember, these are not intended to be taken in your own accounts. This is the way I read the markets and I analyze the charts. It's not the only way to trade. And because we trade in 1 hour time frame, so I might be taking trades on the lower time frames, maybe the one minute chart or the 5 minute chart, but whatever we explain here can be applied to larger time frames. So this is not the only way to trade. It's just an extra opinion and an extra view of the market. And we'll show some techniques for trading management and risk management, which is applicable to all trading strategies and styles. So welcome. Matthias, you joined yesterday. Welcome. Good for you. Great success for you. Okay, let's start out. As you know, I start trying to determine my bias out of the larger time frames. So even if I'm gonna zoom into my 1 minute chart or 5 minute chart, I start to align, I try to align myself and my trading, intraday trading, to what's happening in the larger time frame. So I look at the daily charts, and I try to get my bias from there, which is right now very mixed. We had this large, we're still in this large uptrend, so there's a major bias to the upside. But we had this breakdown, this retracement. So this movement, at least on the EURUSD, might continue to all the way up, or might turn around right here and start a new leg to the downside. However, what we're trading today is this candle with a bearish bias. But if we zoom in to the 5 minute chart, we can see we're just stuck in this large consolidation right here. So we can trade both sides. If we want to trade the intraday, some intraday trades, we can trade both sides. We have mixed bias. If we trade to the long side, let's just remember we have a huge supply area right here. So I believe it's exactly, or maybe very close to the place it stopped right there. So if we go up, there we'll have a lot of supply pushing this market down. And the same if we go down, we have supply over here, in this area right here. And we have more supply down here. So we can really trade both sides. So let's see if we find a pattern on the 5 minute chart. So for the first trade, I guess we could just jump into the market without confirmation. What's going on in the 1 minute chart? Maybe a quick scalp. Okay, no, I'll wait for some confirmation. I don't expect this to break just like that. This should have, if it's going to break the lows of the day, there should have some kind of retracement, and then to break it. This is what I think. However, if it does break, this is the breaking point. Okay, it's just testing it right now. If it does break, I will wait for a confirmation of the breakout, and then for a pullback out of that confirmation, out of that breakout, and maybe I'll try to join the break. So that's the pullback. And then if we go to the 1 minute chart, we could start trying to sell this market as we form that. Let's see what areas where we can sell. So this is a resistance point. Okay, we could sell there. And we could sell this another resistance point. And I don't see a clear supply to tell me to give me more, maybe this point right here, but I don't know, I would be, okay. So those are this resistance supply up here. So let's see how this bar forms. And depending on how it forms and how it closes, we could think of shorting. Please, if I go too fast, just let me know and we can slow down a little bit. I try to show you things on the 5-minute chart and 1-minute chart because we can give more examples of what's going on. But of course, the same patterns happening here will happen in all time frames. So also, if you have a specific pair you're trading, we can go and analyze it together. Or if you have a setup lining up based on your strategy, just we can go and review it. So I'm waiting for a pivot to form. I'm waiting for this uptrend, tiny uptrend, to slow down a little bit, so I can short the market. Okay, that's a pretty deep retracement on the 5-minute chart. Okay, you see the resistance coming in. You see that reaction based on the line we drew. That's a first reaction. But I need some more confirmation that this is about to form a next leg to the downside. So okay, I wanted some confirmation and I missed that entry. So now, if this comes up even a little bit, I will short it. Let me see. Okay, we have enough room. So I need any kind of up movement. Now short this market. A good entry point was here at the break of the low of this white candle, but I missed that. I didn't expect this sharp movement to the downside. So that's what I need now, some movement to the upside, and then I'll try to short. Just a little bit more. Okay, let's start there. And let's see where this takes us. So our stop loss, okay, the stop loss is very individual. Where to place your stop loss is a very personal decision. So a good point to place your stop loss is right here, correct? Because this is forming a pivot. This has formed a pivot, at least on the 1-minute chart. We're seeing the pivot here. So if this price breaks the pivot, so you don't want to get into the trade. But all the setup we're looking for, it's based on the 5-minute chart. So on a 5-minute chart, we might have some more room to the upside before we continue lower, or we could even go all the way to the top on the 5-minute chart, correct? We're on this huge consolidation, and and market might just go up here and then back here. So this is something we need to each of us needs to decide. So that's the movement. Now, targets are also important. So the first target and the most an easy to get or easier to get would be these points right here before the breakout. And if we do think the breakout will come, so we could just extend our target and look for a swing move, and be more aggressive and more greedy. But I don't know if today we are going to keep moving down because of this demand area we just draw. I'm not sure, based on the 1 minute chart and 5 minute chart, if we're going to go through all this demand area. So let's see how this develops. And for me, if I decide to leave the stop loss there and I'm risking 2 pips or 2.5 pips, it's not the end of the world, correct? I don't give any trade a lot of importance. I know in a trading session, maybe an hourly session or 2-hour session, I'll have a lot of setups that I can trade. So I'm not very concerned about any single win or losing trade. We looked at the chat. MH, sorry if I'm working on one screen, so I either look at the charts or I look at the chat. Okay, but type your questions and I'll get them. I'll get there eventually. MH, you are not a pain. Don't worry. When you look for resistance, do you look at 5 minute chart or for scalping or an hour chart? If I want to scalp, I usually look at lower time frames. On the hourly chart, I would look for longer time trades. For some, I will hold the trades for longer, for hours or maybe days. But I cannot. But the demand areas and the resistance areas and everything, they are just there. They're levels in the price. Doesn't matter what time frame are you looking at. So I cannot. If I'm trading on the 5 minute chart, I cannot ignore a supply or demand area I recognize on the hourly time frame. Okay, the demand and supply and resistance support, they are there. So you need to take them into account. Nothing. I got a sell trade on the EURUSD and the London session, but I did take on the daily with daily stop loss as well. I'm not really used to get lower time frame for my interest. You're right, Matthias. I also trade a lot of most of my trading is not in these time frames I'm showing you, but same patterns I am showing you right now. This could be the daily chart or the hourly chart or whatever chart, correct? It's just I'm trying to show you how I read the patterns and the price. I also go. I trade mostly in larger time frames than this. So if you're used to larger time frames, just stick to them. M&M, how do you get your trend lines to draw that way? Mine take up the whole screen. You mean they go all the? Okay, I think if I understand what you're saying, you need to go to properties, and then you go to parameters, and then you need to here the ray box. You need to uncheck it, because if it's on Ray, it goes all the way to your whole screen. Okay, so okay, we're on our trade. So okay, it's looking good, correct? But we need to decide what to do with it. Do we book profits? If I'm scalping, okay, I'm trading on the 1 minute chart. Based on the 1 minute chart, you know, getting 3 pips for 2, 3, 4, 5 pips is just a good trade, a good scalp, correct? I'm not sure, or it doesn't happen very often, that I get into a trade based on the 1 minute chart and I can just let it run the whole day session and make a lot of pips, correct? We all want that trade that gives us 100 pips, but sometimes it's easier to do 50 trades or 60 trades that will give you 3 pips each than one trade that will give you 100 pips, just one trade, correct? So I might go, I might do this over and over and over and over again. So I build my account, and the whole objective of this is to get consistent with your trades. If you can get 10 pips a day or 15 pips a day or 20 pips a day, afterwards you only need to increase your lot size here, and that's it. You keep taking the same trades over and over and over. Okay, so yeah, Matthias, if I read you, I agree with you. But I guess this same pattern, we could, okay, I don't know. Let's see if we can be, that's what's going on the 5 minute chart. So we're waiting for that breakout, correct? On the 5 minute chart. And it's, the market's doing exactly what we thought it will. Didn't break all the way, you know, from up here, didn't break, did a little retracement, and now it's testing. Now it's the 4th time it's testing this support area. So it should break now, correct? There's the break. But now it's getting into the demand area, correct? So there will have some kind of reaction. There should be buyers coming in these levels right here. So now trade management, correct? What do? Do we bank profits? We're 10 pips up. Do we take the profits and look for a new setup? Do we let it run? Do we trail our stop loss? Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can trail our stop loss to a break-even zone and let that run. We could trade half part of the position. Okay, we're about to cross all the demand area, and there's no buyers coming in, which is surprising. I would expect some buyers coming in this area. If they're not, I don't know, where is this stopping? Now, continue with your question and your thoughts, Matthias, I think it was you. This could be any chart, correct? So we have same movements. We have a leg, and we have a retracement, and we have a pivot. Okay, this would be a pivot on the hourly chart. So this would be a, if you're on a sell order somewhere here, this could be a good level for a stop loss to be. Okay, it's same like here. So you have your pivots right there. Okay, this is the pivot. So pivots, trend lines, support, resistance, supply and demand, they happen in all, those patterns happen in all time frames. Okay, so we do have a break, and it's breaking very, very strong. I could either wait for a pullback, any kind of, same like here, correct? We wait for this retracement, for this pullback, and then we try to join. So we could do the same right now. We could wait for any kind of movement to the upside and then continue and then rejoin our trade to the downside. But we need that to happen. For now, there's only down movement. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, nice movement on the pound, right? Okay, on the pound, I don't see any kind of demand until this place. So I would like to short the pound. I don't see anything that will hold this down movement until this area right here. So we could go to the 5-minute chart. This is the most recent break. So we could wait for any kind of pullback here on the 5-minute chart, and then we could join that movement to the downside. That's another setup. How's our trade? How's it looking? Take the profit. Yeah, let's do a poll. Do we take profits? Do we close the trade? What do we do? Yeah, so there's good reasons to do all the, I mean, I'm tempted to take profits, correct? I want the profits, but also I need to understand that the price, the market is moving faster in my favor, correct? So let me explain. Look at this movement right here, okay? It took, I'm on the 1-minute chart, correct? It doesn't matter. It took 10 bars for price to move 5 or 6 pips. And it's taking price now only 6 bars to move 15 pips. So the market is moving fast in my favor. So why would I take profits now? I should be doing all the opposite. I should be trying to add to this position, because if this is changing, you know, from a ranging market to an expansionary market, and I'm in the money right now, so why taking profits, correct? So this is all questions we all need to ask ourselves all the time, correct? Now, normal market conditions and patterns will tell me that this price will rest, will come back, and it should continue down, okay? It's on the lower side of the demand area we draw before. So that's the last chance for buyers to come in. But if it breaks the demand area, I should not be taking profits, because I don't see anything to hold this market to continue dropping, if you know what I mean. See what the market will give, move the stop loss. Yeah, partial profits, that's a great idea. Partial profits. I only took one trade and the smallest amount, so I have no partial profits option. But yes, I don't want to show you here. I want to show you the methods and techniques. And these are all valid options. David, you work so hard. David, please turn your settings so everyone can see your comment. It's a very good one. You work so hard to find a trend, ride a trend, and earn the profit till the market reverses. Yeah, correct. So the trend is your friend, correct? So, but we need to understand when will the trade ends. So I guess a lot of money is made by not doing anything, correct? So we just wait. In any case, I'm telling you, I would be liking to add to this position. I would go. My setup was based off the 5-minute chart, correct? We saw the consolidation, and we were looking for the breakout, which happened. And now I do expect some buy movement, so some up movement. And in any case, I would be trying to sell this market again. So that would be my, or closing the trade and then looking for a new opportunity, correct? What else do we have? What's going on with the pound? Just dropping, no chance to join. So if this is a US movement, I see the same movement on all time frames, on all currencies. No, mainly pound and euro. So is this a pound movement or a dollar movement? That's the question. I see the movement here. I don't quite see it here. Euro. Yeah, but euro yen is not happening. So I wonder, yeah, pound yen. So this is a pound. Okay. Okay, so this is not the euro movement. It's a pound one, and this, I don't know. I want to switch to the pound. I want to wait for any chance to short, but we have no. Of course, we have supply. Correct, it's a supply zone, but we would need for the whole movement to reverse. I'm not sure that will happen. Maybe this area would be a selling opportunity based on the 1-minute chart. Ah, that was news. I didn't even check the news. No, that's not a bad idea to check the news. But I didn't notice the. No, it's not that. I mean, there was news, but it's not. It's middle impact. It's not high impact. Yeah, I don't think it's news related. I didn't see also the high spreads or something related to news announcements. Which news service do you look at? I think they're all the same. You can go to investing or Forex Factory, or they all show the same thing. The high impact ones, the red ones, they will you will find them in all the calendars. Okay, so look, on the 1-minute chart, we have a new pivot, correct? We have Same pivot we have here. Now we have it here. So that was a good opportunity to sell, but it is now also a good place to move our stop loss. Okay. I mean, the market failed to go even closer to the upside, so it will have a hard time. Like this becomes a resistance point now, so it's also a good place for trading stuff. So we were now 13 pips or almost 14 pips into the money, risk free, and we now just wait, nothing else. So I'm risking now 5 pips because I'm 19 up and my stop loss is at 14 pips profit. So I'm risking 5 pips, but I have the profit potential of much more, correct? Like I don't see where this movement ends. I don't see any clear demand area to stop that movement all the way down here, frankly. I mean, it could reverse at any point. But if you look at the size of this candle on the 1 minute chart, on the 1 hour chart, look at this. This our chart, our candle is 26 pips. There are no such bars, or maybe a few back here, or maybe back here. So I expect some continuation after this big drop. I expect some continuation to the downside, especially if it doesn't reverses now, because I don't see anything else to stop this down movement. So bottom line, guys, is I don't think I'm taking profits. I think this might just keep running. In any case, I would try to add to this position. What's going on with the pound? Any of you has a setup or a pair you want to look at together, or you want to share us? Othman, do you trade the news? Are they not dangerous volatility? No, I don't trade around news. Slippage, wide spreads, a lot of stuff happens there. So I don't trade around news. This is your best trade for the last month in this room. Yeah, I disagree. I suppose I guess you see a tiny piece of of my trading. We meet once a week, maybe twice, and you get to see this half an hour, 40 minutes. But there's a lot of good trades, and I don't judge my trades based off my outcome. The trade was a good trade. My setup was there. Where I wanted to go in, I did it. So for me, it is a good trade. It's earning more profits, correct? But I wouldn't call it a better or worse trade. I hope you understand what I mean. Matthias, you are long USD franc. You're long. You took the order today based on daily demand zone down here. Yeah, great. You're doing good. And where's your take profit, Matthias? 91. $91,666. Nice, I like it. So right here, supply area. I guess that this will be a supply. It would be clear on the 1 hour chart around this area. Yeah, nice. So let us know how that goes. Use GAN time cycles. Yeah, I never looked into GAN. When I learned to trade, never talked about, no one talked about GAN back then, you know. So I never looked into it. How long have I been trading? About 10 years. No indicators. Is it preferred to trade? Yeah, when I started out, I did used to use indicators. So, but then as you read price, supply, demand, so then you realize you don't really need, or myself, I don't really. I was pretty sure what the indicator would show me. After you use them again and again, you can tell what the indicator would tell you. So I just stopped using them. I see. Yeah, I'll read about those, Matthias. Thank you. So let's review what's happening. We were tempted, correct, to take profits right here. Now, if this market has reverse, we would applause to ourselves, correct? We nailed it. We took profits on the best possible place. But look at what's going on now. We have doubled our profits. So only afterwards you can judge if you made the right decision or not. So you need to have a plan and stick to it. And again, don't be too rude to no, don't be too hard to yourself. There's a lot of setups and a lot of trades, and whatever decision you take, it's the right one in that moment with the information you had. That was the right decision. Look, this is my take profit level right here. And if I take profits, I might discover this is the very beginning of a new trend on the daily chart. Okay, is that a possible scenario? It is, correct. We might be transitioning from consolidation on the daily chart to a down movement now on the daily chart. We just don't know that. We'll know that afterwards. So I didn't take this trade based on a daily pattern. So I don't want to hold this trade to see if this becomes a daily pattern or not. I want to end my analysis based on on the time frame or that I took the trade initially. But we could keep managing this, correct? We can either add to the position, we can trail our stop loss even more. A lot of options on the table. Pound, keep dropping. Amazing, no pullback. So I might regret taking these profits, but I don't know. Time will tell. I mean, there's a lot of support there. So there's a lot of points where price could reverse to the upside. Playing this. So you realize you have backed several hundred pips, but you are more concentrated on setup and trading. You do not care. We are about to launch a course for all of you guys. It will be for free and available to you. I'm working on it. As traders, we have no control on the outcome of the trade. The outcome, we know it backwards. There will be bad trades that will make money, correct? I could just take a buy order or a sell order and make money, correct? Not based on anything, just randomly. And that would be a bad trade that made money. But as traders, our job is to take good trades. So recognize a pattern, a setup, and take a good trade with a good stop loss in a good level with the right lot size, and that's it. And a realistic take profit and understanding why is the take profit there. So the outcome, the market will tell you if you were right or wrong, but you have no control over that. So it's very tempting to take 30 pips. It's equally tempting. It was taking those pips back here and taking 20, correct? Or 15. So you need to zoom out a little bit and look at what's happening right now. We're at the beginning of an expansionary phase. We don't know how long and how big it will be. So we need to be grateful for the profits that we make, and that's it. If I bank profits, this is very personal, correct? You can move your take profit more and move your stop loss and drag your stop loss. Is a very personal money management and trade management decision. and you, but I don't expect this to give me more than it can give me. So I see these levels right here. You see here, this will be hard to break this, at least without any kind of pullback. So I want my trade to end, and if I have another opportunity to join the movement, I will wait for any kind of pullback, and I will short this market again. Okay, no worries. Now, if there was no, we're we will be trying to this down movement, and the reason I will be taking profits is because this down movement is gonna be fighting all these previous up movement, correct? So if this was if that was not the case, I might consider just letting this run and run and run and run. For example, if I have where's this one? Like if I have catch that movement right here, breaking these levels with nothing behind supporting that, then I might consider holding into that position. But right now, I think I will do better taking profits and then waiting for more selling opportunities if I have confirmation that this will be the next leg lower. Okay, I think we're there. We see the, okay, I'll take profits, 30 pips. Okay, we start to see the tails forming. That was the reaction to the demand we showed before. Where was it? This one right here. So I guess that's the trade. On the 5-minute chart, we haven't had a pullback. So I would be looking for a new pullback and a new opportunity to sell either this area or this area right here. Okay, guys, I think that's it. Is there any other question? Anything else? If not, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.